Hey, hey, good morning. James Rice, what's up? Little time in my backyard, finishing up my morning reading, watering the plants, cleaning the plants up a little bit. Wish my Facebook crew happy birthday. Super valuable tool. Helps me, jogs my memory, helps me run into friends I might have forgot. Anyway, so we'll start this live and I'll enjoy the backyard while we fire it up and get a couple people jumping on, start a little conversation. Of course, anybody wants to jump on, let me know. We'll go live together. Let's share some information. Let's share some thoughts. Let's share some experiences that help others. It's really that simple. Love spending time in the backyard, pausing a little bit, breathing in some fresh air before I start the day. It's funny, it makes me think about how many people start their day with a rush. And it's not even, it's just past 8. I'm counting my first blessing, which is the fact that I don't have to rush to somewhere. And I can tell you, it's not that I don't rush, it's that because I do rush, I get up, I stretch, do a couple things, make my drink, my ketones, protein powder, Garden of Life greens, branched chain amino acids, electrolytes, iodine, make my drink, and then I'm in my chair to do my reading. 2 books I'm reading. I don't know what you read, but I've been reading it for like 10 years. Your Daily Walk. That just takes you through the Bible one day at a time. You see it's busted up. I've been reading that thing forever. And then if you haven't read this one, I'm like a kid, you believer or non-believer? Proverbs. I'm not going to say it's my favorite book, but from a daily, worldly, ideas, influences that need to be addressed. Timothy Keller's God's Wisdom for Navigating Life. There you go. Check it out. Brittany, what's up? Good morning. Happy Friday. It is a happy Friday. And what do you want to talk about? What do you want to think about? Let me tell you a couple thoughts that I think about on Friday. And if anybody's jumping on and you've got something, Brittany, that you want to talk about, that you want to ask me, go ahead and bring it. And as always, if you find value, share it. Okay? And I started my day with my Rice and Shine, which, to paraphrase today, was talking about, that mountain that's in front of you. And it's amazing how many of us start off each morning seeing the mountain of getting the kids ready, getting to work on time, maybe something done before work, the drive, what they're going to face at work, who they're going to face. And that's just before 7 or 8 a.m. Well, my morning Rice and Shine said that someday that mountain in front of you will be so far behind you that you won't even see it. And all that'll be left is that person that you become. And then you'll realize that that's the reason for the mountain. And so I love that, because seeing that mountain differently, seeing your morning differently, your morning drive differently, your children differently, the tasks you have to get done, seeing them differently, changing that perspective is up to you. Just ponder that a little bit. I used to talk, lots of times I had good, D got on. Exciting thing about my daughter getting on is she grew up with a lifetime of not hearing that she had to clean her room, but hearing that she gets to clean her room. And that little shift, that I get to attack the day, that you get to go to a job. And quite frankly, it's funny. I'll tell you real quick, if you're not digging that job, that career, which again, nobody should have a job, everybody should have a career. Nobody should have a job, everybody should have a career. And that you would then it's up to you how you're going to visualize it. If you don't like it, you would change it. One thing I know that happens is People go from making 30, 50, 70,000. You get up to around 70. You're like, oh, I start over again, but they pays 40. I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I did. You just got to be willing to get rid of all your crap such that your bills fit in with $40,000. In fact, along that, so it can be done. I did it. When I was starting to prove it, I came out of a career making 10 grand a month and, but I had no, then I was making 3-4 grand a month and I didn't have any bills. $400 in rent, no car payment, didn't have a house payment. So I didn't have the things other people had, but I could make that shift that other people couldn't. Run into a lot of people in this world who go, man, I'd like to start that. They need to make 10 grand a month. Well, wow. A couple of the leaders in the community, I think Lacey, Aunt Terry, Katie Fish for sure, oh, Kyle, if they're making 3 grand a month, some of them, not all of them, they were making more money than they had been making. So they're ready to rock and roll. It gives you that freedom. But that's a freedom that you create, and such. So a person could, a person could be intentional and set up that change. But either way, coming back around, it's like, will you shift and see what you get to do? I'd hear people whine as they're putting tires on the big old monster truck. I'm like, I'm sweet. I'm glad I have a big old monster truck. I have to spend $2 grand on tires. Better than having no offense to whatever you drive, better than having some little truck with little tires. You get better gas mileage. Okay, cool. I'd rather make more money and get worse gas mileage. But it's teach thrown and it's that perspective. So I try to shift my brain, in each and everything I do, and I encourage you to do it too. And most importantly, I encourage you to have the will, fortitude to go, I'm not digging this. Honey, we need to change it. And real quick, if any of you are jumping on and you have a question, jump on and address it. If you want to go live and share something, we can do that too. If you want to find out when Rebecca Fosmeyer is having her next baking party, that'd be more importantly to talk about, because I'm not going to kid you. When my brain starts going and my sugar cravings start going, I'm thinking baked goods. So I don't know who's going to have the next baked goods party, but that's a thing you wouldn't want to miss. And then you could do the spray tanning with Michelle Holt's crew, and that'd be a hell of a weekend to get chocolate cake and spray tanning in one weekend. Imagine that, PNW. So, yeah, it's how you want to see, that mountain. And I encourage each and every one of you to do a couple things to attack that mountain. One, break it down step by step. And then number two is, and I said this to someone today, who are you going to lock arms with? You're trying to do it yourself? I don't understand that whatsoever. I don't understand it whatsoever. I don't do anything by myself. Got a business mentor, a piano mentor, a pastor at church, a community at church. I've got a workout partner. I've got a couple witch doctors, holistic homeopathic mentors. I've got someone who helps me with this investment, that investment, that investment. I don't do any of it. I don't try to figure any of it out. I don't understand why people do that. I say, especially guys. It makes them feel like they're a superhero, which makes me want to transition to, I grabbed this t-shirt today because I was like, I want to feel like no. I don't want to feel like, I want to be a superhero. And that might be a guy thing. I hope some of you girls can relate to it too. And it's a couple thoughts is, I like to wear it so it reminds me to be a superhero. And Superman's not my favorite. Batman is. So if anyone's sending gifts, it would be Batman in an extra large. So, but here's the funny thing is, putting the shirt on of I'm a mom, putting the shirt on I'm married, putting the shirt on I belong to the gym, putting the shirt on I go to church, putting the shirt on I'm a promoter in Prove It. That's the easy part. Anybody can grab the shirt. Anybody can sign up. Anybody can go on Sunday. Anybody can. That's the easy part. Where the rubber meets the road, where you make change, is when you decide, I'm going to take superhero-like action. Ponder that in your faith, fitness, family, friendships, and finances. Ponder that in your actions that you face. And the funny thing is, and you hear me say this all the time, everybody takes that action in their hobby. Take a look at your hobby. Look at what you piled up. You know, the activities, the commitment to the activities, the money that you have in the activities, the money that you have in the equipment. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's not my point. I'm just saying that you can do it. If you can do it in your hobby, if you can stay up late and get things ready and get up early to go and drive all day and be patient at whatever you're going to, and you can stay committed, okay, and you'll spend money because, and it's the fun that you get, the experiences you get that make it worthwhile, and the late nights. If you can make that kind of commitment in your hobby, you can make that kind of commitment in anything. Anything. Why? Well, because it's you that do it. You can say you do it for the kids, say you do it for your wife, say you do it for yourself. It doesn't, whatever the reason is that you say, but the bottom line is you do it. So logically, it only makes sense to me that if I can do it in those areas, I can do it in other areas. Now, there's nothing wrong, though, with having the workout partner, the faith partner, the life partner, parenting partner, the partner of the partner. That's not what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is understanding that you are the one who controls it. And so, you know, what does a superhero look like? And like I said, throwing on the cape and throwing on the gear, that's the easy part. Here's a part to ponder a little bit. Well, actually step back a little bit and say, hey, how does it start? Well, it starts with going, I want change. I have a purpose. I have a reason. I have a why. What is my, I gotta see who this is real quick. Meng, I don't know who you are, but welcome to the community. If you don't know Frank Baines, that dude's a cooking machine. If you don't know Rebecca, she's having the keto bake-off. If you guys don't know Meng, say hi to him. I'm not sure he is. If you don't know Katie Fish, you definitely should know her too. She has amazing transformation, like many of the crew. So, all right, so think about that superhero that you want to be, and what does that look like? Well, they got a why. Huge why. That's for you to figure out. Then what do? Well, they get plugged in, they get some equipment. Batman's got the belt, Superman's got some stuff, Thor's got a hammer, Spider-Man's got some web. What are your tools? And what are the tools that you don't have that you develop? We take Frank, for instance. It's super easy. He knew what he wanted, and he's got to have some cooking stuff, and he's got to have a stove, gas preferably over electric. He's got to have some something, and he starts cooking. Same thing in your superhero life. Here's an interesting one that I want to touch on. Yeah, here's the one. Well, actually, I'll touch on two, and one will be really quick. Then you got to take action. Then you got to take daily intentional action. We're like, huh, that sounds like my Prove It business, my ketone business. Is that my mom? Oh my gosh, my mom's on. Holy crap, now I'm nervous. How many of you guys, ladies, are going to freak out? Your mom jumps on. She's watching you. Now the pressure is on. Mom, welcome to my backyard. I should show my mom my flowers. She'll dig that. Anyway, she'll understand because she's a superhero fan too, no doubt about it. So, once you become... Oh, Mom, if you like the video, if you think it finds value, please share it. Please share it. Let's try to impact a few others. And so once you become that superhero, once you become that Prove It person, once you become that hobby person, that parent, daily intentional action is as important as anything. So here's a piece I want to share with you. If you've ever watched Batman, which I know all of you have, you're patriots, you're God-fearing Americans, so you've obviously watched Batman. So think about a piece that Batman does that's a key piece, a key characteristic that separates him from the regulars. Let's say the cops. What do the cops do? They got a schedule. They work from 6 a.m. to 2. Next one works from 2 to 10. Next one works from 10 to 6. Not Batman. Nope. The The bat signal goes up and he responds. Bat signal goes up any time of the day, he responds. That to me is the key point that separates a superhero and anyone at any level from the regular people, from the average people. And so how does that apply to you? Well, one thing that's super simple is I know every mom just went, well, wait a second. My kid gets sick, I hear him crying, what have you. Doesn't matter what time of day, doesn't matter what time of night, doesn't matter what the weather is, doesn't matter. You're on it and you're awake and you're going. You're a superhero. We all do it. Why? The why is big enough. We're equipped to do it. We take daily intentional action. The bat signal goes on. Bam! We're there. So imagine a life where you felt that same commitment to your faith, your fitness, your family, your friendships, and your finances. You had a why. You got plugged in. Took daily intentional action. Probably the most important part is when that bat signal goes off, you're going. You're putting down the movie you're watching, the book you're reading, the hobby you're participating in. The hobby you're participating in. Because when that bat signal goes, you dig in. Imagine how different your life would be. And the cool thing is, I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying that for James Rice, the areas in my life where I excel, which is not in world news, is not in sports, is not in politics, is not in COVID knowledge, is not in shooting my bow, not even my flowers, not even my fitness, really. Maybe compared to some. But the areas where I can excel, where my success is far higher than average, where my success is in the 1%, it's because when the bat signal goes off, boom, I'm on it. Do I have room for improvement? No, of course I do. That's not the point. But I want to leave you with this thought. And it's decide who you want to be, what you want to stand for, what your family wants to stand for. Okay? Determine why you want to do it. Get plugged in. Again, big piece. It's amazing how many people I see are plugged into their friend. My friend will help me. Your friend doesn't have any experience. Your friend hasn't been successful. I'll just say it. Your friend has no fucking idea what they're doing. That's the person that you want to follow in? That you want to follow? That's the person that you're going to shine that signal to? Come on. Really? Come on. Ain't going to work. Ain't going to work. What will work is getting plugged into people who are doing it at a higher level, more success, better than you are. You take daily intentional action, and then you're not going to answer the call when you want to. You're not going to take the action when it's comfortable. Not going to take the action when you feel like it. Ladies, gentlemen, when that bat signal goes off, you're going to go, boom, I'm in action. Okay? So ponder that a little bit. Love each and every one of you. I'm not wearing black. I'm not here to judge. Not here to condemn you. I'm here to give you hope. Oh my gosh, if you watch Batman, well, not if, when you watch Batman, the last piece, or at least Google the last piece of it, okay? At least Google the last piece of it and listen to him chat about hope. Become a hope peddler. Lauren Marie can tell you, single mom, grinder, super amazing, holistic, homeopathic, one of my witch doctors, one of my partners in, my fitness recovery. I guarantee you that as a mom and as a self-employed entrepreneur, when that call goes off, boom, she's on it. When that bat signal comes up from her clients, that bat signal comes up from her friends, she's on it. So each and every one of you, Remember, the choice is yours. Decide who you want to be, where you want to be, and then take daily intentional action. Love each and every one of you. If I can help you get a hold of me, more importantly, if you like it, share it.